Hello out there, you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear listening into another Gamer's Thoughts discussion. And this one's going to be inspired by a guy's post under I'm trying to remember which news post it was about the FTC Microsoft hearing and what the judge said about Nintendo being competition for Microsoft and Sony, which logically speaking, anyone should know that they are competition. They just compete in a different way. Again, they don't try to money hat the industry. And the times that they do fund projects, usually those projects are exclusive to them, at least for a time. But that said, his response to the thing was that he wouldn't game on Nintendo's hardware because they don't have achievements, and he has to feel like he's getting something out of his gameplay. Now, I understand that that's his opinion, and I'm not here to bash the dude or anything like that. It's just that was a jumping off point for this discussion. And in my mind, there are other things that are much better than achievements that could be earned in a game to show that you did something. Not to mention that there are actually plenty of games on the Switch that have achievements in them. They're already embedded in the games. So to assume that there are none is incorrect. But generally, yeah, it's not a pop-up that's going to show up on your screen with exception of those specific games. Firstly, I always thought an achievement was to actually complete the game, like, finish it. That to me is achievement in and of itself, because completing a game, depending on the game, can be an achievement. I mean, I'll say this honestly, I don't know too many people who have beat the original Ninja Gaiden trilogy like me. I don't. That is a rare feat. But then again, I've never met anybody who's beat Shakan the Forever Man or Kid Chameleon. Again, achievement is in beating those games. That said, I'm not against the idea that they would have a global achievement system, but achievements and points to me make no difference if I can't use them for something. That's where I would be more interested, and I've said this before. I know I have. I would actually like for them to do what they do with my Nintendo. Let you earn achievements in your game that give you platinum coins that you can then use on some of the wallpapers and stuff like that, and maybe themes for a console. That stuff would be cool. So that way, when you get these achievements, you actually have a use for the points that come from it. I think Microsoft did implement something like that with Microsoft Rewards, but it takes a while to get there. And honestly, it's really slow. It is really slow to get to that point. But if Nintendo were to do stuff like that, where they could take the small wallpapers and stuff like that, and gamers could go ahead and purchase the wallpapers for their phone, their computer, their home console that could use the themes, that would be cool. And I think they already started implementing something like that. I'm not sure. I'd have to ask somebody else because I haven't really looked. But I do believe they started implementing something like that when it comes down to your profile pictures on your Switch. Again, I could be wrong. I might be wholeheartedly wrong, but I think I'm actually right on this. They implemented something similar to that. So what I think is, if they introduced a global system and put in the achievements for it that works across the board, one, they could put more stuff in to offer for people. Two, I think it would be more encouraging for this type of gamer who needs to have something tell them that they did something in order for it to be meaningful for them. Again, I'm not trying to bash the dude, but it's just, to me, the need for them specifically is pointless. Especially when I can go ahead and, honestly, with any platform you can do this now. I can get a short clip of something I just did and post it somewhere, and that could be the achievement. You can show off what you were doing, like, because that's literally the whole point of achievements anyway, is to show that you did something. And to me, a short clip of what I did is a little bit more interesting than a thing that pops up and says, hey, you did this. Especially when it comes into you turning on the game. It's like, oh, you started the game. 10 points. Cool. I really don't like those achievements. The participation trophy achievements. I hate those. Like, I hate those. At least if I've done something like, chapter end achievements, at least that means I actually made progress. Starting the game is not making progress, because I could start the game, not like it, and then turn it off and never play it again, like Ninja Gaiden Z. But it's just one of those things where I'm like, you guys. Again, he has a valid opinion. That's what he's interested in. I'm glad that most people aren't like him. But he has a point for himself. Again, it's not like Nintendo doesn't have some form of achievement system with their consoles. They actually had it with the Wii U, where you can literally make your own custom achievements, but they got rid of it because people didn't really utilize it. Plus, it was tied directly to Miiverse, so they took that out of Miiverse well before they got rid of it. But again, on to the point here. Should Nintendo have a global achievement system? I'm not too particularly pressed for it. But if they were to institute a global achievement system, what I described is what I would like to see for it. I would like to see you be able to utilize the points that you earn and actually do something with them. I mean, they have it for their mobile games. Technically, they do have one. They do have a global achievement system for their mobile games. If you go onto My Nintendo and look up your account, you can find it. And you do get notifications when you're playing those games about completing those achievements and what points you earned. I would just like to see them expand it if they're going to. Honestly, I think with this next platform that they're coming out with, they probably are going to expand it. Again, I have no clue about that. It's just a guess offhand with the Switch 2X 3.0456. I don't give a fuck what it's called. But whatever they're going to do with it, I have a feeling they're going to implement that global achievement system from mobile into it. And hopefully that means that they'll be releasing more mobile games that will allow you to have achievements that you can utilize for your whole account, and then that the games that you play, they will allow you to have a more global achievement based system to put in. I think, if I remember correctly, I think the one that they currently have it's like timed, like there are certain things you have to do at a certain time in a certain game, which is fine, but that's not going to get the achievement heads wanting to do it, is all. But then again, if you like achievements that much and you have to have achievements and you have to try to collect all of the achievements, you would have just as much fun playing an N64 collectathon. As I've already said in a full discussion prior to this, I think it was a few months ago at this point. Again, I'm not against the idea. I just think how it is utilized would be important. How it is refined would be important. I don't want useless achievements or trophies or whatever word you want to throw on it, completions, whatever. I don't care. I just want it to be worth the time of me putting my effort into it if I'm going to do it. Hell, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are games that could have like 200 to 300 achievements in them if they had them. Like if they had an achievement system based on how those games work. Not saying that it needs it, because the game itself is an achievement. Completing those games is an achievement. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I was looking at it and like I get that the guy has a point. That's his personal feeling. Like, it's not necessary for me. It's not necessary for all of the other Switch owners out there. But it's not a bad idea to have it. It's not hurtful to have it. It just should be something that actually leads to something else. It would be pointless to have it and it just sits there. Like, oh hey, yeah, I got them too. Cool, whatever. And it's just not interesting. Like, that's why achievements, when they were introduced on the Xbox 360, never stopped me from playing on my Wii. Like, it was like, okay, yeah, cool, achievements, whatever. I don't give a fuck. And I bought more games on my 360 than my Wii, but at the same time, it didn't stop me from playing on my Wii. I kept playing stuff on my Wii, especially a lot of the anthologies I bought. But still, I'm just interested in seeing them do something with the achievements. Not just say, hey, we got them. Cool, whatever. Don't give two fucks. Make it interesting. Make it worth the time to do it. Make me want to gain the achievements. That's the big thing with it. When I look at achievements and trophies on Xbox and PlayStation respectively, I can earn them, but I'm not incentivized to earn them. It's not like I care. I mean, social credit is one thing, and yeah, there are gamers that thrive off of social credit. I don't. Like, I don't thrive off of social credit. So, for me, those things aren't like necessary to enjoying a game. For some people, they are. But for me personally, they are not. But I think I've rambled on enough. It's not like this discussion was going to prove something to be special or not, or anything like that. It's just me saying my randomized thoughts on this particular subject because somebody had to say, and I'm just be honest, dude was getting reamed. He was getting reamed by people over this issue. And I understand that he got frustrated at some point, but you posted on a popular post and you posted something that was going to stir the pot. That one's on you. Can't help you out with that one, bruh. But yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys very much for listening in. Keep your eyes and ears out for more stuff from me. And until the next time, please enjoy your games and peace out, everybody. Thank you once again. This is Andre the Game Idea Guy, and if you would like to support my efforts in creating content, please look up my book that is currently on Amazon for purchase. That is The Game Idea Guy Presents Gaming Word Search Volume 1. I am currently working on Volume 2, and it would be highly appreciated. That way you could get something for you supporting me. Again, thank you very much. Peace out.